All right, guys, I'm back. It's June 6th, and my favorite home run plays on the way. We got a lot to discuss today. But before we do, let's see what we did yesterday. So we had two players hit: Pete Crow Armstrong at plus 375, Cal Raleigh at plus 275 on that very questionable. Do we play it? That's so low. I really loved it. So we played it. Thankfully, we did. So we hit two of the players. Now, I want to say that some people over the course of a few days have been giving their input very respectfully, and I really appreciate that. And as they were explaining some things about this, I'm thinking the same thing, man. Great minds think alike. So the bottom line is, I'm not totally sure if playing a batter that's hot indiscriminately over a 4-day period without even looking at the pitcher or anything like that, I don't think that's the best option. So for the last couple of days, I've been thinking, I like this. I like the approach to identifying a hot batter, but I don't believe that we need to play them 4 straight days if it doesn't warrant it. Like I said, the pitching matchup's not there. We take a pause. But I do think that I'm going to look to these players over the course of 4 days, and after 4 days, they're done. Okay, there's going to be players every day. There's going to be players qualifying under the criteria that I'm absolutely loving. Okay, so some after 4 days come off, and every day there's a new set of players coming on. So there's a fresh rotation of the hottest of the hot batters. Okay, with that being said, since we're not going to indiscriminately play a batter 4 straight days, we need to close out the books. Okay, so you could see on the top of the screen, Kyle Schwarber and Matt Olson, they were closed out regardless of what we were going to do because they were on day 4. So because playing a player 4 consecutive days with the scale you can see over on the right, each one of them, because they did not hit a home run 4 straight days, netted a negative 0.55 of a unit loss. Okay, like I said, we're closing the books out. So James Wood, at 2 days of not hitting a home run, we're closing him out as a loss of 0.1 of a unit times 2 days, so 0.2 of a unit. Same thing with Suarez. And unfortunately, Riley Green, day 1, I had to play you at FanDuel because the odds were too good, and you did not start, and then you pinched hit and did not hit a home run, so that counts as a loss. Only with FanDuel, you take your chances when you do that. So he's closed out with a negative 0.1 of a unit. So when that's all said and done, if I did the math correctly, we are down negative 0.37 units, which is totally fine. Okay. So the books are closed, and now we can move on to what we're going to do. So here are the potential plays for June 6th. Now, the ones in white are the actual plays. The ones in yellow would have been actual plays if we were continuing this hot batter 4-day model the way in which it was first implemented. But because all the players in yellow, James Wood, Ellie De La Cruz, Suarez, Brandon Lau, and Corbin Carroll, those two are new, the last two. Because I don't like their pitching matchups, they are on pause. They are not going to be bet today. Only Riley Green and only O'Neal Cruz will be bet today. Like I said, when they're not a good pitching matchup, then you just pause. Now, those ones in yellow, because we didn't play them, does not mean that day 1 doesn't start. It's day 1 for them. So if they were to qualify tomorrow, then they'd be on day 2. So once 4 days are gone, their hotness is gone in my book. Okay, like I said, there's going to be other players rotating in on a daily basis. So, like I said, we're going to just those two, Riley Green, O'Neal Cruz. I'll put the official plays in the pinned comment, where I got the odds at what book, and like I said, we'll just be betting right now unless otherwise stated. It'll just be 0.1 of a unit on each. Okay, so I think we're going to increase the quality of the batter by decreasing the quantity at the same time. So I think that this is the correct route. It's common sense, right? You don't want to be betting into a bad matchup. What else did I want to say? So like I said, at any point we're going to retract a player. So if I don't like it, we're going to pass on a bad matchup. I'm just reading off a list. It's probably like, I just said this probably. What else do I want to say? I think what this does is it combines both models. The one that we used from last year that was 72.1 units to the positive, the same one that I tweaked a little bit for this year that was up 21 units, and then we dipped in the negative, and I put a pause on it because, it was just too much quantity over quality. So, but with that being said, it was just a bad little stretch there. I like to think that the course of last season and some of the early part of this season, it was lights out, right? So it's what we're going to do going forward is basically a hybrid of both. This hot batter 4-day model has extra criteria when I'm looking at these batters, so it weeds them out, and I think I have the best of the best. Now, like I said, it didn't take into consideration any kind of pitching matchup, which the other model was heavily about the pitching matchup. I combined the two together, and I think we have something here, but only time will tell. So with that being said, we need to get to the weather, and let me know in the comment section. I'll put the weather in here. If I do this the night before, sometimes the weather could change. So regardless if it changes or not, do you want me to put out a 15-second new video? It'd just be that. It won't even be saying anything. It'll just be the two graphics if it needs to be. Usually it's two because there's so many games it fits on the screen. Let me know. I could just do a 10 or 15 second video, like I said, with just the graphics so you can see if anything changed. So let me know if you want me to do that. Other than that, let's get right to the weather. Oh, look at that beautiful weather right there. Before we get into it, as always, another situation that would negate a player from being played for a home run is if he's in a negative weather game. That would be anything in the minus 30% or higher. There's nothing like that today. So look at how beautiful that is. We have the two players, and we have what we have here. O'Neal Cruz in PNC Park, the one on the very bottom. A +0 from a home run perspective, absolutely fine. And then this right here, not so pretty looking, but nothing to shy away from, other than Oracle Park at -26. It's always bad. What else do we have here? We have Riley Green in the third from the top. Comerica Park, a -12% from a home run perspective. Nothing to give us any pause or any kind of concern. So there you go. There's the weather right there. I just want to say, absolutely love every single one of you guys, and I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.